Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play today's Puzzmo Crossword. It is February 13th, sorry, not 12, I thought it was 12, February 13th, 2025, it's Thursday. Okay, my brain is a little bit slow today because I did not get a lot of rest after work. I just got right home, had dinner, and now I'm about to fall asleep here. But I'm gonna do my best with today's video. Alright, today's crossword is called Please Rise. We have a picture of it looks like a person behind a laptop screen. I wonder why that is. Okay. The puzzle is by Dob Olino, edited by Brooke. As usual, I'm going to solve the crossword first with music in the background, and then I will discuss the clues afterward. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, I solved that crossword in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Honestly, I feel like with how large the grid is, I'm kind of, I think I did okay. 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Alright, I mean, to be fair, I was a little bit sleepy, I'll be honest here, but I did my best to work through, and some of the clues really helped me to, I saw some of the clues easier than others. So yeah, that helped me to cross some without having to look at every single clue. Okay, so today's crossword is called Please Rise by Dob Olino, edited by Brooke, hinted by Matthew Stock. So a note from Dob. Dob says, thanks for solving. I love rectangular grids and spanners, and this puzzle has both. Please clap. Pause for applause just long enough to make it, oops, I went out too fast. Holds for applause just long enough to make it awkward. 11A, 11 across is an entry I've never really understood. 11 across, anti-alias. While 29 across is an entry I've always understood a little too well. 29 across is yes, ending. As someone who trained at Second City in my youth but doesn't love improv. As always, I appreciate Brooke for being such a supporter and friend, and I appreciate all of you for doing my puzzles. See you again soon. Heart. Little heart. Dub Olino. A note from the editor, Brooke. My code in Dub's 5 down clue for quiet quitting came from the email thread in which I accepted this grid, and we talked about how it's sort of problematic to call it quitting. This New Yorker article quotes Zaid Khan, who said in this TikTok, I recently learned about this term called quiet quitting, where you're not outright quitting your job, but you're quitting the idea of going above and beyond. You're still performing your duties, but you're no longer subscribing to the hustle culture mentality that work has to be your life. The reality is it's not, and your worth as a person is not defined by your labor. Amen to that, Brooke. I really agree with you. Exactly. So yeah, only got 7 plongs, which is kind of terrible. But yeah, let's take a closer look at these clues. One across, a board game that's good if you're into world domination and playing a game that takes 74 hours on average. Citation needed. Okay, I've never played this game, but I know of it. It's where like you really like conquer and like different like lands and regions, and that's the game Risk. 1 down, Simba sound. Simba's a lion, so lions roar. 2 down, roadside retreats. They're like little motels, hotels, so they're inns, places you can stay to rest before you go on your journey. 3 down, ergonomic workstations that can be raised. Is there a sit-stand desk? I think they're called that because you have the option of you can sometimes you can sit at your desk, and then when you want to stand up to sort of be less sedentary, you can just adjust the thing, and then you can like raise up, and then it can be a standing desk. So they have that option. 4 down, swimmer in a Japanese garden. That would be a fish. So the Japanese koi. Those are the orange and white fish. I think koi are basically carp. Are they the same thing? Maybe, I don't know. 9 down, word before spray or strip right. Nasal spray. Use that to sort of clear your nose, I think. 12 down, chain of islands. So I at first I thought maybe it was key, like maybe that's something to do with like islands, like a key or something like that. But actually it's lei, because lei is a chain of flowers that, a lot of the island nations and island states, they give you that as like a welcome sort of I guess souvenir, I guess you can call that a welcoming gift. Made the chain, flower chain. 5 down, term for doing exactly your job description that's branded negatively because of the capitalist hellhole we work in. Brooke Husic, brackets. Amen. Exactly. Quiet quitting is a term that only came about pretty recently. I think about a year or so ago that I've heard of it, and I was like, so basically it's just we're not technically quitting our job. We're just not gonna do much more. We're not gonna stay, and work overtime that's unnecessary, like even though the job expects us to, but like we're not getting paid, or we're not getting paid well for it. So like why bother? So we're just gonna do the minimum. I mean, what we're paid to do, that's just in our job scope, and that's it. I mean, just go home, and at the end of the day, we just clock out at 5 or 6, whatever time we usually clock out. 6 down, smitten with is to be enamored. Okay, 7 down, Sahara, Gobi, and Namib, those are deserts. Okay, 5 across, mathematicians mic drop QED. Yeah, I think I learned of QED a while ago. It's like you sort of put that to show like this is your proof, like this is how I did my work, how I came to the conclusion. So it's like sort of like, here you go, that's how I did it. You see, I think that's sort of what it means. I think 10 across, a word in French, so not a word specifically, but the word that means a, but in French, so or in this case, so it's un, which is like one or something, an article essentially. 8 across, report. Request to prove one is under what up 400,000% over past 500 years. Bracket the blank headline. So I know that The Onion is a very popular like satirical newspaper. That's a lot of has all these funny headlines that are sort of like satirizing what's really happening in our modern day and age. So I guess must have been The Onion. Okay, so 11 across. Make an image prettier in gaming lingo. Anti-alias. Okay, I've never heard of this. I'm going to try and Google this right now. Anti-alias. Meaning. Okay, so anti-alias is something that you can do to boost your gaming graphics quality. Okay, I'm going to click on this because this is by hp.com, and we'll see if they really explain it well. What does that mean? So aliasing refers to the jagged, star-stepped edges that appear in digital images. Oh gosh, they asked me to agree to the cookies. Okay, aliasing refers to the jagged, star-stepped edges that appear in digital images, especially on diagonal lines. Anti-aliasing is a technique used to reduce or eliminate those jagged edges in your images, where it's like, so they're supposed to create smoother, more natural-looking graphics. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I feel like I must have heard of it somewhere. It sounds vaguely familiar, but yeah, I wouldn't have thought of it naturally, I don't think. 13 across, blog feed initials. So a lot of blogs, they have this RSS feed. So those are the initials here. 14 across, let's talk about this F I just wrote really big on your class assignment. So, and the way of saying that is see me. It's like when your teacher writes in the paper, like, hey, we got to discuss how you were doing there on that paper or that test. So see me after class or after school. 15 across, backstabber is a traitor, someone who betrays you, stabs you in the back, essentially. 17 across, appendage, whose wagging means something entirely different in dogs versus cats. So the appendage is like the part of the body, and this would be in the wagging tail. 18 across, social media post that includes commentary along with the original abbreviation. So this comes from Twitter originally, QRT stands for quote retweet. So when you retweet someone on Twitter, well now it's called X, but I'm never gonna call it X. Sorry, not sorry actually. So retweet is like when you just take a post and you repost it. So just sharing the post as it is, not any changes. Quote retweet is when you add some text, extra caption, or just extra information, or just your own opinion on what you think about that post. So you're just adding something. So you're quoting that original plus your own thoughts on it. 20 across, takes to court, sues. So you sue somebody and you bring them to court. 22 across, what you're entering letters into right now. So what this is called a grid, the crossword grid basically. 19 across, step on the ladder. So the steps on the ladder those are called rungs. What else do we have here? 21 across, it may be low or deep. So it could be that you're at the low end of something or you're at the deep end of something. 23 across, Duchamp or Ernst artistically. They're apparently Dadaist. Like Dadaism is a kind of like art style. 25 across, former Yukon Husky and NBA journeyman Okafor. I'm guessing the person's name is Emeka Okafor. I do not know this person, but I sort of guessed the letters based on the down clues because I didn't know what it was across. 29 across, agreeing, then contributing to a bit in improv. So in improv, there's this thing, which, again, I'm not an improv person, so I don't know that much, but I have heard of the concept called yes ending. So because it's improv, you're supposed to try to like practice just saying somebody say something, then you just go yes and you're supposed to like just follow along with the bit and sort of like just keep going because it's meant to be practicing your improvising skills of like going the flow of what's happening right now. As crazy as it could be, just keep going. If they do something crazy, sort of follow along with your own crazy, I guess. I don't really know improv stuff, so you can correct me if I'm wrong about this improv thing, because again, I'm not an improv person. 31 across, large deer is an elk. Okay, 33 across, they might intersect with RDS or AVES. So RDS would be roads and AVs would be avenues. So this would be streets. So streets in short would be STS. Okay, 19 down, late night flights. So those are called red eyes or red eye flight. I think they're called these because they're so late that when you're lacking sleep, your eyes get red. Is that why they call those red eyes? I mean, that's what I've always thought. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I think is the reason. 17 down, gooey, fishy, diner order. Tuna melt. That's like a sandwich, right? I think it's like tuna. It's got cheese, I think. So that's why that's the gooey bit, I think. Although I have to say no offense, when they say gooey, fishy, diner order, it didn't sound delicious. But hearing the name tuna melt, that sounds yummy. But gooey, fishy, diner order, it turns me off. It does not make it sound delicious at all. Okay, 24 down. Megan Thee Stallion blank Tina Snow. So that's AKA because Megan Thee Stallion, she's a very popular rapper right now, and her like sort of alias, her other name, her alter ego, I guess you can say, is called Tina Snow. I don't know much more than that, but I do know that much. Yeah, I've heard of it. 22 down. Michael Strahan for his entire NFL career. I know Michael Strahan. Yes, I think he's now a host or some kind. I know he's like a football player, but I don't know what team. So I can only guess Giant because I felt like it made sense with the name Amika. That would probably be an A, so I just filled that in with the GINT. 30 down, game piece that's rolled. That would be the die or the dice. So that's for the game that you roll. Okay, 27 down, aware of is to be onto someone. Like you're onto what they're doing, you're aware of, you know what they're up to. 28 down, Chelsea Gray and Sabrina Ionescu for short. So I don't know what PG's in this sense is. Who is Chelsea Gray? I don't know what this is. Okay, let me check. Chelsea Gray. Oh, okay, so Chelsea Gray is an American basketball point guard. Oh, okay, so PG stands for point guard. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know their names either, to be honest. I didn't know who these athletes were. Now I do. They're point guards in basketball. Okay. 26 across, bottom's counterpart. So partner of bottom is the top. Straightforward. 34 down, 34 across. I've got this. So I thought I've got this meant like like I can do this. Like trust me, rely on me, that kind of. But I think what it means here is I've got this. That what do you have? Like right, like I've got this. So you have. All of us have ego, basically. I think that's what I think it's meant to interpret. Or it could just be that if you keep saying like I've got this, I can handle, I can do it. That's like sort of your ego showing because you think that you can do everything on your own. Like you really just like think you're all that. So I think that's another way of interpreting it as well. Maybe that's the correct way. I could be wrong. I don't know. 20 down. Possible response to FR question mark. So that would be FR would be for real. Like, are you serious right now? So the answer would be like SRS. Like, yeah, seriously. Like, serious. Yeah, I really do mean that. And 16 down, a gaming PC is called a rig. I think I have heard of this term, like referring to a gaming PC as a rig, but I don't think I would remember this well enough that I could answer it on its own if I didn't get the other letters in the crossing clues. So yeah, this is just luckily that I knew this and this and this and that filled this in for me, or else I don't think I would have thought of like gaming PC as a rig, although I think I have heard of this term before. It's not exactly brand new. But yeah, okay, so what is it? Okay, let me see. Please rise. I want to see what this has to do with anything. Please rise. I wonder. I guess please rise could just be because they really feel like they achieved Dob really feels like they achieved a good job with the puzzle, and so like they want us to like please rise and give a hand for them. I guess is that what that means? I'm honestly not too sure if that's what that means because I don't know what please rise in this sense means exactly. But if anyone knows, you can let me know here. Okay, I don't really see what it could be, what it could mean. Maybe it's just I don't know. Yeah. Please rise. I don't know. It could be just mean some kind of achievement, something like, yeah, please rise and please applaud for this person. Maybe. I'll have to ask someone in the group, the Discord, I think. But yeah, that was today's Puzzmo Crossword. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!